Stadium, Baton Rouge. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. From deep, it's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers.
Snags it, and he's open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season, like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
All right, guys, let's talk LSU. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era, but certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title, and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be 1-1.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The give to Caden Durham. Just smothered on the play.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
To throw, it's Levitt. Under pressure. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Edwards. They were all over it. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Throwing Reed. Going to take a shot. He's got it on the right. Off and running. Touchdown, Aggies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
7, LSU, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Right side, it's Green. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, a lot of space. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Out wide left, it's Harris. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! That's the first score today for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Reed to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. He's past the marker. He's loose on the right. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Deep in the end zone, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Dropping back, it's Levin. Out wide right, it's Porter. This matchup, 2 teams in the top 5 just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with a dub.
Right, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future of the college football playoff, and I think you want to punctuate that. You want to leave a lasting impression late in the season on the committee and show them, like, hey, we're the best in the country.
Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Porter. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. LSU right back to the line. On third down, here's Durham. At midfield, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. He lost one down the sideline. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls in.
The give to Caden Durham. Bring him down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
To the air. It's Levin. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Got to make the play on fourth. Quickly out to the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Fires to the right. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Reed. They're all over it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. First play of this drive. Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
He's changing the play. Motion from the back. Second down to the air. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Reed. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it way down the field. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Dropping back, it's Reed. He's got it. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. I think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Looking long. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on early.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Reed. He's not afraid to go deep. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Offense in an empty set. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Right side, it's Harris. Runs through a man, he might have space. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. LSU lining up first and goal. left, it's Harris. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Great job by the back on the option. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Throwing Reed. It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, he can really help their... Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, LSU! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Making his first move. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. He slings it deep to the left. Makes the grab at the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Breaks into the open. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Long way to go on second down. Looking for room. It's Edwards. Still on his feet. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Maybe some room here. The 40. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. Here's Reed to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head.
Gashes him in the middle. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The 18 unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Trying to take it back. Smashes ahead. And there he goes. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Levin. Lets it fly. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive. It's got nothing to show for it.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Left side is Harris. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. He took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He got it beat down in bounds. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running inside, it's Edwards. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Reed. Here comes the heat. And he avoids the sack.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. They want to get this defense on its heels. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Looking left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun, it's Reed. Out wide right, it's Johnson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Reed to the air again. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Lets it fly deep downfield. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were...
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 20th of the season.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sets his feet. It's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown.
He's going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Rides it and reads it. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 9 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Boston College able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has.
It's a seam wide open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Aggies want to pick up the tempo. Throwing Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. That one just came off his hand badly.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions.
Turning on the Jets. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Texas A&M back to work with another first down.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And
Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some.
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Had to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Unloads it left. The short hands. It's Green. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
You just love seeing your leaders and your best players punctuate the season, right? This quarterback, one of the best in the nation. We knew that. He threw for over 300 yards a week ago. He does it again in this game, too, and that's why a lot of people...
Going for it all. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Texas A&M going quickly. In the gun, third down, Reed. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on